Here with the creative, the dynamic, the industrious, the entrepreneurial, Leonel Severino.
Oh, I don't even know. It does that whole balloon thing. Thank you, thank you. I think it's the new computer that when you do this, it happens. That's I don't know what is going on, but thank you.
Nice.
Me, appreciate it.
Yes. He is the CEO of Witness Entertainment LLC.
Yes, yes,
And how did I meet Mr. Lionel? I met him through a mutual friend named Rafi Casel.
yes,
And
sir.
he was like, "Oh my, I know this guy. He has movies and he's Dominican. I can apoyarlo, y so forth and so forth." And that's how I crossed paths with Lionel.
Yes, yes. Mutual friend, man. Love Rafi Garcia. He's always supportive, always trying to support his Latino people and all that good stuff. So shout out to
Mhm.
him for sure.
Yes. So the first like movie that you've done, short film at least, when did it start?
So Jesus, it was a movie called Manhunt that I did. It was on Halloween of 2015. And
Wow.
yeah, and I had moved from Rhode Island to New Jersey, and I started meeting like-minded individual that wanted to create projects. So I decided to say, you know what, let me go ahead and put the skills to the test. And I started getting friends, gathering friends, and we were just like, you know what, I'm gonna write something and let's shoot it. Let's shoot it within the next weekend. And so,
Mm.
yeah, I remember it was 2 weeks before Halloween. We got it done, and we finished it a week before Halloween, and we had like a little private screening, and people were going nuts about it. And they were saying like I should just continue doing it and start moving forward with my own production. So I was just like, all right, cool. But it's called Manhunt, yeah.
I think I saw that. You submitted it to the film festival, no?
I It wasn't me, it was my wife, I believe, because I wasn't when I did
Mhm.
my first project, I wasn't like 1,000% secure with myself putting it on film festivals. I just wanted to learn and see how it is to do my own project. And everybody was just like, no, you have to put this up, man. It's your first project, but it came out so awesome. Put it up, put it up. And I was like, no, no, no. And my wife was like, don't worry, I got it, guys. And she did it behind my back. And yeah, and then ended up winning a couple of awards and selected and all that stuff.
Mhm.
So shout out to the wifey for doing that. But yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Yes, and his wife's name is Katt Acros of Acros Management, Talent Management. Blah, blah. I'm sorry. I have my moments. But I think it's great that both of you support each other in terms of like she's doing her thing, but it's not so diametrically far from what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And she's building herself up, and she's also and you're building yourself up. But at least you're doing it in a way it's like, okay, honey, I'm doing the casting and I'm doing movies. Like maybe we could work together, maybe we could work apart, but at least you know what I'm doing and I know what you're doing. And that's
Yeah.
very difficult to have that balance as a couple because the industry will tear apart some couples.
Oh yeah, no, that's for sure. But it's kind of like when I first moved out here, she decided to help me because first before directing and everything, I was an actor, and I mean I'm an actor. And when I came out here, I shared my dream with her that I wanted to be an actor and start doing big things. She was really good with emails and doing research, and she started managing me without being a manager, just trying to support. And we
Oh,
found out that she was amazing doing that. So we were like, she was like, Babe, if I can do this for you, I can do it for so many other people that don't believe that they can do it. And I can help them achieve it. And so after she did that and she started her management, now we kind of work hand in hand. I need actors for my project. So I use her talents. But then when we cast other people that are not represented by managers, there's an opportunity for her to be on set and see people perform, and then she can also start representing them. So most of the talents that she ends up having, most of them are from like sets that we have done together. So it's like it helps out a lot of people that are in my project as well. They get watched by like a manager as well and get representative.
so so it was Manhunt, and then the other subsequent films after that, because you got to the point that you do one film a year.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I had
Yeah.
to do one film a year because I feel like, and I think I talk about this a lot as well on my Instagram. Um, there's no time for me to wait for Hollywood to give me my opportunity. I have to create my opportunity and continue making it until I do reach a point where, Hollywood finally recognizes and says, hey, that's Leo, the guy that keeps doing a movie every year. Let's try to put him in something. But I
No,
feel
true.
like the more noise we make, the more opportunity we start creating for ourselves, the more exposure we get, and the more we can finally get recognized to actually be on a big movie. And it might not be through Hollywood. You might just make the next big movie yourself, and you already put yourself in there. So, um, yeah, I'm
Mhm.
not gonna wait until nobody comes into my doorstep and knock on my door. I'm gonna create that door. You know.
Mhm. No, to be honest with you, I think my lofty goal eventually is that I do a great of short film that the Oscars might pay attention. Maybe the Golden Globes might pay attention.
No,
So that's always a lofty goal. It's sometimes attainable, but it's good to have something.
100%. And here's the benefit. I'm in the union. I'm SAG after, right? And so now I have to make my project micro low budget SAG after. The good thing about that is that you don't unfortunately get the union vouchers, but you do end up getting considered for the SAG award, a category for the short film. So that's another way that we can also get recognized.
Which is a good thing, to be honest with you. Recognition is recognition at this point. And people are just like, no. Listen, the thing is that if you don't start at some point, you'll start never. Like, you'll stay right there. You won't even move. You'll be like a horse with blinders at the starting gate.
Hey, look, like Michael Jackson says, you miss 100% of the shot you don't take. So, you know, can't get any simpler than that. If you don't take those opportunity and try to get those recognition, how do you expect to move? I mean, in order to become a successful actor, director, you have to have a fan base. How do you get fan base? By putting yourself out there for recognition. It's not, the money's not going to come right away.
Not gonna. Has it ever?
Never.
You teach a man to fish, and he'll learn how to hunt for life, or something to that extent. You know,
Yeah, for sure.
or he'll never go hungry.
Never go hungry. That's for sure.
Yeah. No. I will say, the industry is a little relentless right now. There's so many shifts. It's just that first it was like, now with the whole thing that SAG after was fighting about, the use of AI. I'm like, do you know how
Mhm.
messed up that is?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're still fighting it today. So today they're going into negotiation with the ATPT, which is the production that runs like all the streaming services, right? So what they wanted to do is that they wanted us to sign a contract that says that they can use our image for that one time. They can use it, take our image, and use it forever, but pay us one time. And we're like,
Oh
what?
no. Oh
That's
no.
no. How are we gonna make our acting career if you're gonna be using our image, maybe for stuff that we don't even want to be involved in? You know what I'm saying? Like
Exactly.
there's so many things you can do with our face that we don't even believe or don't want to be involved with, and you can use it at any time. That's weird, right? So that's something that we're fighting right now, and so they're in negotiation right now as we're speaking with the board of the ANTPT, um, and hopefully this whole thing could get squared away. But
No,
it's
but that's just, oh my god, that's hot
yeah,
garbage on the platter. Really?
yep, yep. And like
No,
right
no.
now, I did a season 2, Amy Schumer, Life of Beth, and that season hasn't come out because of the strike, the SAG strike that we're
Wow.
having. So a lot of work are on pause. No SAG actors are out there working unless it's with this like contract that's like the bare
Mhm.
minimum. So a lot of us actors are really not making anything right now because of that whole strike. So we're
No, and I think, the to talk about it, the most insensitive thing ever was one of, like, the Disney CEO.
yep.
He really thinks people have to be like, want people to lose houses and starving, and what's
Yep.
being asked is ridiculous. I'm like, how about this? How about you stand in front of the camera and have somebody, tell you up and down for almost 16 to 18 hours a day on a set, and you have to spend months away from your family just to make sure this movie gets done. How about
Exactly.
that?
Super inconsiderate. Super inconsiderate. And on top of that, he doesn't even want to like give a little percentage of his income, which is a lot of money, to
Yeah.
to support the actors that are working and making more shows and movies for his company that is never gonna die out. I don't know. But SAG strong, that's all we can do, and just keep supporting them. If y'all can
Oh,
join any of the picket
absolutely.
lines, you know what I mean, join them up. They have it on their website, sagaftra.com. Check it out. And yeah, me is one day. Me and my wife and my nephew, we usually well, me and my wife went to a couple of them already, and me and my nephew are planning on going to another one soon.
Hmm. And that's a good thing. So, okay, just in case, he
Yeah.
did the movie called Fade.
Yes.
Yeah, I will say this: you won't look at a barbershop the same way.
So, fun fact about that one, it was my first short film that I said, let me involve our Latino heritage, right? I
Mhm.
wanted to show as much as possible how a Dominican barbershop is, right? And so it's a weird story because it goes from funny, relatable story to then a twist at the end that is like, oh, what is going on now, right? And so that was the first time ever that it was done because usually people stick to that one genre. So I was like, no, I'm gonna switch it from comedy to something at the end where I don't
Mhm.
even want to say it because I want people to go watch it, but
So, like a
something,
suspense thriller type.
yes, yes, and so people are like, "Oh my god, I enjoyed it because it kept me on my toe. It kept me on the edge of the seat." Because in the beginning I'm laughing, and then at the end I'm just like, "What is about to happen? What the heck is going on?" And so that's one of my favorite short film that I have done because we really put our all into that one. I wrote it, directed, and I was the lead actor, produced it, edited it, and all that good stuff within a weekend.
Mm. Question: how long is it?
It is about like 23 minutes.
Oh, not bad, not bad, not
Mhm.
bad. That's actually pretty digestible. No,
Yeah.
and that's as you've done shorts as time has progressed, it's really difficult to shuttle the line because nowadays everybody, if you can't tell me what your story's about in 3 minutes or less,
Mhm.
di que I don't want to talk to you. And you're
That's
like, what?
the attention span.
Woof.
That's
And
it. You can do it in 3 minutes, then whatever. Move on. Move on.
mhm.
Move it along.
And you're just like, what the heck? And you're like, okay.
You
It's like
know?
I actually wanted you to pay attention because there's something in it for you.
Yeah. A
You know?
thousand.
Yeah. So I'm gonna play the trailer right now for Fade. So it's going to be extra juicy and fun. Let's see how fun it's going to be. All right, let me do
And shout
this.
out while you're doing that. I'm just gonna give a shout out to everybody that helped out on production. GCM, GCM production, Witness Entertainment, Arcos Management, and everybody that was there. Mother catering and all that good stuff. Thank you.
Thank you kindly. We'll be in touch. Here we go. Five, four, three, two, one.
Does anybody know this man or his whereabouts?
The man is family. Even nothing but love. He wouldn't hurt a fly.
Bitch, go get a cut with the rookie. He's been available all day.
All right, that was the trailer to Fade.
Yeah, I love it.
My son concurs. He loved the trailer.
Aw, that's amazing. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, no, it just it brought back so much memory of so much fun that we had on set, you know.
Mhm.
Um I have behind the scenes as well. And it's just like I have a lot more behind the scenes too, footage just till today. And it's just it excites me because I had my mother cook Dominican food and she used to own like 3 restaurants already. And so when all the actors and the crews that were eating the food, they were just like, you see, SAG, this is how you feed your talent. So I was like, oh, this is awesome. I was just
No, I
having a
can
good,
imagine. It's like, no, así es, carajo.
yeah,
Mm-mm.
así es que se come, así es que se come, coño. You know, so I was just like, it made me happy, you know, it made me happy. So
Mhm. What was I gonna say? So, okay, right now you're preparing yourself to do a feature, right?
yes, yes.
Uh, okay, what genre are you aiming for towards the feature?
So this one is kind of like drama. This is a
Okay.
drama. You know, something that really happens in an everyday life, especially in the hood. And it has to do with insecurity. So it has a dope message. And it really caught my attention because the message of it I can relate to just because
Mhm,
there's people like that in my family.
mhm,
Dominicans usually, but there's people like this everywhere. And it shows the consequence at the end of the movie of like
mhm,
what happens when you stay a certain way in life. And so can't really explain too much about it because NDA purposes, but I will say that I
mhm,
am driven by storytelling and this story was amazing when I read it.
mhm.
So now I
Is it
want
gonna be like the typical 90 or maybe 2 hours?
to it could be yeah, it is gonna be 90 to maybe an hour and a half or so. Hmm.
No, because nowadays the standard time for, as I was talking to Ramon Pesante, shout out to Ramon.
Yeah, shout out to Ramon.
Um, I was talking to him, and it's just like every movie is like 2 hours and 14 minutes, 2 hours
Yeah,
and 21 minutes,
don't
and
think
you're
I
like,
want
oh,
to
Dios
do
mío.
Yeah, I don't think I want to do it for 2 hours. Um, that's for sure. I want to stick to the bare minimum just so people could see and get into it and want more. Me personally, I love when the audience want more. You know,
Mhm.
like yo, give me more instead of like, all right, this is too long. I'd rather they say, let me get more. Yeah, that's it.
No,
So
it's true. And again, like, unless you have like so much financial backing that you can do the 2 hour movie, it's sometimes better just to do like 80 to 90 and just,
mhm,
get to
call
the
it a day.
point and make an engaging story.
Yeah. So that's what I'm focusing on right now is trying to make it as engaging as possible. You know, the angles, the actors, the cinematography, the color correcting,
Everything.
the vibe. I want people to see this 90-minute film and the whole 90 minutes they can say, damn, I can relate with every minute. Like I can legit relate with that, you know, to the
Yeah.
point where, you know, when you wake up and you hear your mom cocinando and playing some, you know, some salsa, merengue or bachata or whatever it is in the morning. You're like, oh, I can't sleep because mom's cooking, but the food smells amazing. I want all of that, you know, I
Of
want
course.
all,
Yeah.
yeah.
You
So
want you want a visceral experience for your audience,
exactly, yes.
which is good. So after you do the full, the full movie, because
Mhm.
you've done shorts for so long, so now that you're going to do a feature, what do you think you're gonna apply more? You're gonna apply more like pressure on yourself to make sure it's so right that are you gonna have moments of silencio Bruno, which means you quiet that negativity and just focus on
A
the positive.
1000%. 1,000%. One thing that I know that I'm going to be doing a lot is praying, you know, making sure God just guided me through every step of the way, first and foremost. But second, it like in all my sets, what inspired me to do the next one is that everybody always talks about how on my set